Hi guys, FIFA Buddy here, and welcome to our first live stream. So today we're going to be talking about Manchester United and their transfer news, kicking off with Lisandro Martinez. Of course, you've all been the rumours have been all around Lisandro Martinez, and if we want to sign him, of course we're going to have to up our bid. At the moment, it's £42 million. Arsenal probably going to go for around 45 in the next few days. So we need to probably be going for somewhere around 50 because he's not going to be able to come to the plane to Thailand because Man United have landed today. So he'll have to go over to Australia when we play there soon. But I think if we can get this deal done, it'll be a very good centre back to have in the team. And of course, that would also mean that Harry Maguire is on his way. Not out, but probably not starting. Now, moving on to Anthony, the right winger from Ajax. Now, of course, Ajax are saying that they don't want to sell him this and this. They want more money now. £70 million is what they're asking for. And there is some good news for Manchester United fans over Anthony. The fact that they've signed Steven Bergwijn now does mean that they could be willing to now let Anthony go because they've got a replacement and Bergwijn's a decent player as well. And that also does mean that Anthony could also be leaving. And of course, Anthony would play. I think he could get the number 11, of course, and he can play on the right. He can play on the left, and I think he could also play centre forward. And then we've also got Frankie De Jong, which has been the biggest rumor of this whole summer, really, and now it's getting even more unlikely that he's going to sign for Manchester United. Of course, Man United had agreed most of the deal, but De Jong has now rejected joining Manchester United because now it's all unlikely. Barcelona don't really want to sell him, and now I think the only destination where he will really be going now is Chelsea. And now moving on to Chelsea, I know this is a Manchester United show, but we can still talk about some of the other teams. Chelsea, one of them, and looks like they're going to sign Sterling as well, De Ligt, Ake, and even now possibly De Jong. But we got some positive news about Christian Eriksen because he has agreed personal terms in principle, of course. Now we're just waiting for the announcement. It could be a blow, but it looks like he's going to sign. It's what all the rumours are saying he's going to sign. There's some rumours as well, but he's chosen his squad number. I don't think that's true, but he's still very much likely supposed to be joining Manchester United. Whether that's going to be today, I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure it'll be over the weekend at least. And then, of course, that's all of the rumours for Manchester United so far, but we've got a lot more outgoings as well. And let's focus a bit more now on one of the new promoted teams, Fulham, who Manchester United, of course, sold Andreas Pereira to. Of course, Pereira was out on loan last season with Flamengo, and it looks like he's set to join Fulham. He's probably going to join Fulham. He's set for Fulham. He's had his medical, and the sale has been agreed. Just waiting for the announcement now. And again, I think all Man United fans wanted to have him have a chance under Erik ten Hag. But obviously, Man United needed to sell him. That does mean that there are going to be much more business, of course, this summer with Eriksen coming in. That looks very likely. And of course, if Pereira doesn't stay, then it means that Erik ten Hag wants all the midfielders that won't play every week to go, so that we can have room for Eriksen and possibly even Frankie De Jong. But there's been a rumour coming in today. Now I don't know if you've heard about him. Erik ten Hag managed him under Ajax, of course. He also sold him under Ajax and loaned him back. You might understand who I'm talking about now. Brian Brobby. He's a striker, of course. He's quite young. I don't think he's proven it though enough to sign for Manchester United. But Ten Hag is definitely interested in him. My opinion is that we don't sign him, but of course, Erik ten Hag wants to sign him. And of course, again, it's going to be another player from Ajax in the Eredivisie. But again, that some people don't like that. I think that's perfectly fine because it means that Ten Hag he knows that before in the past our transfers haven't been brilliant. And now bringing in someone like Robbie again, he still isn't the best striker in the world, and he has got potential, but I think he shouldn't really be at Manchester United just yet. But really, Alexander Isak, is he really going to want to come and play in Europa League? I know that Sociedad aren't in the Champions League, but I think he'd rather go to a Arsenal. I know they're not in the Champions League, but maybe they're already in the middle of their project. So Manchester United, we're at the start of our project because Ten Hag's just been appointed and Mikel Arteta was appointed in 2020. But I'm not too sure where Isak will go. But again, we haven't been interested in him really. De Jong, again, it doesn't look like he wants to go looking over here. It looks like the starting lineup is going to be. My prediction is going to be for this season: De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Martinez. If we can get him in, Malacia, who we haven't really spoken about this video yet, but we will get on to Malacia in just a minute. And then, of course, the midfield: Eriksen, McTominay, and Fernandes. And then up front, I would go for Sancho. I think Elanga or Rashford through the middle, or possibly even Martial, and then Anthony on the right. I think Anthony Martial will have a really key role to play for Manchester United next season because he's good. If Ronaldo leaves, Ronaldo's probably going to leave. We all know that, and that also does mean that there's going to be a new striker. And if Ronaldo leaves on deadline day, and we know Man United, we probably won't bring in a new striker. So it could be that Anthony Martial plays a key role next season if that's what Erik ten Hag wants. And then we've also got we'll go on to Tyrone Malacia in just a minute. Now we've spoken about Fulham and who we've sold to them. We're going to go on to Nottingham Forest now, and of course Dean Henderson has signed for them, and on loan, of course, they've also brought in players like Niakate, Musa Niakate from Mainz. And today's rumour is Danny Ings for Nottingham Forest. And it's strange because Taiwo Awani has already signed for Nottingham Forest. But Shea Adams, apparently they're interested in him. They're lining up the move. He was linked with them before joining Southampton while he was at Birmingham. But I don't really see this one happening because they've just signed a new striker and they've got Lewis Grabban and players like that can still play alongside or even as backup. So I wouldn't say that they needed another player as up front. They should probably be focusing on a midfielder, even bringing in James Garner on loan, because I don't think that's going to happen this season. Because Erik ten Hag really wants James Garner this season, and I think James Garner will stay and he won't go out on loan because I think he can play. It'll be whether he's happy in cup matches to play, because he's not going to play. He's not going to play every week. He probably would have had a meeting with Eric about that, whether he'll play every week, and he's probably already said that he's not going to. But whether James Garner want to possibly have a relegation battle with Nottingham Forest is another question. Of course, he did fly out to Thailand to play in the pre-season game, playing the pre-season games, and I think if he has a good pre-season, of course, Ten Hag will play him in the season. Of course, I think Ten Hag has to give everybody a chance before he decides whether they should stay or not. There's a poll out at the moment about James Garner. If you want to vote on that, make sure you go ahead and do that right now. But yeah, I think it will be James Garner will stay, but whether he'll play every week, we know is probably not going to happen. And now moving on to Tyrell Malacia, and he's looked brilliant in training lately. He looks so much better than Luke Shaw and Alex Telles, and he's already been compared to the likes of Patrice Evra. And yeah, like I've said, that's it for today's video. We've put in all the rumours. Hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, make sure you get in some of the polls and the votes. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Goodbye for now.